Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for a weekly angel reading for January 5th through the 11th, 2015. So, this is the first full week in the new year, and I'd just like to wish everyone a blessed and prosperous new year. And so, let us tune into the energy of this week. And as we do so, let us just align our hearts with the light of truth that is burning eternally within the center of our being. See that light glowing from your heart space. And just see it transforming your body and your mind, your spirit and soul. And just release any and all emotions, any stress or worries as you just breathe and drink in this light. And so we're just getting a sense of the energy of this week and a sense of transformation for most of us. Getting a sense that, as they keep showing me butterflies, that a lot of transitioning is taking place, and they're asking you to just really trust the transitions. They're showing me to breathe, and it's interesting because the lungs sort of look like butterfly wings in the way that they're presenting them. And so what they're saying is for you to really breathe through the changes. And it's interesting how they're showing me how the lungs kind of almost look like angel wings as well. So they really want you, the angels want you to know that as you breathe, it's very important for you to breathe and let go of any resistance you may have to changes that may be occurring in your life. And we know that changes can be quite offsetting, off-putting, and unpredictable, which causes stress in our lives. But they want us to embrace as an ending is coming forth that is going to allow your soul to really flourish. Each and every one of you, they're saying, they wrote the word each. So there's going to be an opening, almost like a coming out. And so they want you to keep your faith during this time for you. They want you to really think about that. It's almost like, now I don't know what this means, so they're showing me the word Ford, and it's making me think of the automobile, and possibly the courage and faith of many innovators when they come up with something new and have to put it out there. And that could be scary, especially when you're doing something very, very different, and not having the trust of others who are looking at what you're doing. So they're just saying, and they're writing the word hope. They want you to just keep paying attention, keep focused, hold on to your faith, to know that there is hope for those of you who may be questioning or doubting. They want you to know that there is hope. And so let's just take a look at the card for this week. So, huge changes, angels present, angels praying with us, praying for us as we go through these changes. And some of the changes will bring new rewards of abundance for us all. So they want you to not worry about the outcome. So let's take a look at the card for the beginning. Okay, so Archangel Raphael. And, well, we just said it all in that message. So it says, Archangel Raphael, the card says breathe. So it says take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and to release old patterns. So this is going to be very key for everyone to really take the time to breathe through your anxieties, through your stress, to awaken the energy, to increase the frequency. When you stop breathing, you stop allowing the energy to move and to flow. You're putting your body in a sort of, you're starving the body for what it needs. And so what in your life. So you want to keep breathing because you want to keep processing the energy. That's what change is. It's a process. And it's a process of manifestation, energy manifesting. So you don't want to allow yourself to get tensed and worried and stressed and stop that flow. And it's not that you're going to stop any blessings or anything, opportunities from happening. What it means is that you cut yourself off because you're holding something, you're holding a vibration that is in opposition or out of alignment to what you're praying for, thereby keeping you from being aware of the manifestation or the presence or the blessings or the abundance or opportunities. So we really need to keep our minds clear and free so that we are literally present with God in the eternal now, open to the understanding and the peace that brings that understanding, that allows you to embrace your truth right now. Okay? So I'll just take a moment to kind of see if there are any additional messages. And interesting. So what he's showing me and is my symbol for vulnerability. So when someone's unclothed and I see the back side of them. And then there was a ballerina skirt, and then it kind of began to open. So this kind of a transition tells me about you moving from a place of feeling vulnerable and a place of fear and getting into a place of confidence, get into a place of expressing yourself. You know, so really be creative, be expressive this week. Also, this symbol could also mean to to really kind of get to move your body in order to energize the body. So movement, any kind of movement, Tai Chi, yoga, the whole host of things out there, body massage, anything where you are taking care of your body, expressing yourself, moving, so that you can take in more air and more to get the oxygen flowing through you, to lift up your vibration and to help you to process all the changes that you're currently experiencing at this time. Okay. So it's just that God wants you to know to keep your thoughts very positive. You may see in this week some forward momentum, a sense of assistance from loved ones, support, a lot of love coming your way in this week. A sense of some things taken off for you. They're showing me kind of a paper airplane. So if there's something that you've been working on, this is an opportunity for you to kind of allow yourself to be noticed, allow it to be seen, let it take flight. Trust that God is protecting you and working with you. All right, and just continue to breathe and let go of any stress, tensions, or fear. Okay, so let's take a look at the card for the beginning of the week. Okay, and so the Knight of Air is about swift communications. And so this just gives us a sense that of action for the beginning of the week begins with a sense of action, with a sense of a purpose or mission, because all of the knights, that's what they live for. They live for that opportunity to serve. So this may find you serving through the arts or some form of communication, speaking, or just communicating your ideas. You may find that you feel motivated at the beginning of this week to really get out there and to kind of let yourself be heard, let yourself be. You may find yourself being a little more confident and outspoken in this week. Really working very diligently and putting in a lot of time and effort. As you feel a sense of things moving very fast, don't remember to breathe, okay? So I get a feeling that you're going to like an exciting week to start off, and a lot of energy, and you feeling, a lot of great ideas coming to you, and you're feeling like you're clicking, with ideas and such. But what you want to do is remember to take some time to breathe through all of this, to really pay attention. You don't want to overlook any details that may be significant or that you may need your attention. So really, with all of this momentum, really pay attention. Let me just kind of tune in to this card and see if I'm getting any additional messages. Seeing a table, and the table was kind of slanted as if it was on a heel or something. So this is telling me, make sure you're paying attention to any plans or anything that may be on the table that you're considering. Make sure you got everything kind of in order. So, you don't want to get overly emotional or overly excited and kind of like rush through and not pay attention. So that's what I was kind of getting before. They're saying that you may have a tendency to overlook details because you get really excited and very passionate, and you overlook maybe specifics, and that may be your vulnerable spot. So just be aware of the areas where you can kind of get vulnerable when you get like this. I know this happens to me sometimes as well. So just pay attention. And the card says events that occur with great speed, take time to carefully review your options. So that's in alignment with what I'm seeing. Creative solutions. Okay, but there's nothing that you should be worried about. Just remember to breathe, call on Archangel Raphael, eat well, take care of your body, drink lots of water, get out in nature as much as possible to think about things, get a breath of fresh air, and you'll see that you'll be able to hear your angel's messages very clearly. And wow, another good card here to follow this. So the Ten of Earth. So this just gives us a sense of financial stability and security. That plans that you may be making or considering are going to have an effect on your life, long term. So this, or decisions that you may be making for your health that are going to really create stability for long term. So I'm just hearing like thinking ahead and making solid plans for the future that will be rewarding. Let me tune into this card, and as I'm trying to kind of tune in a little bit deeper to the card, look at it, one of the things that comes to me is gratitude, the word gratitude, and that abundance is really, that's how you want to say, the focus of abundance, the core of abundance is gratitude, joy, laughter, pleasure. And so make sure you take time to enjoy your family and enjoy your life. Look at everything, don't get kind of lost in the mire of, you know, all of the insignificant details and things that we worry over, complain about, and really put our focus where it belongs. Because that's when you begin to notice the magic and the opportunities of life, the miracle of love that is always blossom and actually is always at the potential of this card, unceasingly, never ending, and ever expanding. So if this is about health for you, or finances for you, or your home or family, just remember to get in tune. Breathe it out, breathe out the old, and breathe in the new energy. There's a huge transformation, I believe, that is occurring in our lives in this beginning of this year. So, we just gotta think positive. As I was seeing the angel number 100, which is about God reminding you to think positive and, to really have faith, and you'll see the difference in your life. All right, let me just tune into this card and see if there are any additional messages about the card. And I don't know, I'm just seeing a woman almost as if she is a part of nature. Maybe a spiritual, like maybe the goddess or spiritual kind of energy, feminine deity that is associated with the earth. So what they're writing is, okay, what you may want to do. Okay, give me a moment. I get in a sense that I don't know why they wrote this word, but I guess I have to tell it to you. They wrote the word fool. So I don't know if it means don't be fooled by, things that you are, by the way, don't be fooled by appearances. And I get that this is more coming from our ego. So don't allow your ego to kind of get in the way. And I saw the word Lord, so this makes me think of Jesus, and so that if you are, this is just a message from Jesus to let you know that He is with you, with whatever you need. And so if it's health or if it's finances, don't be fooled. Maybe in the middle of the week, although this is a really great card, but again, we've been told at the beginning to pay attention to the details, right? So you may have a sense of loss or something not being the way you want it to be, and you are somehow overlooking the abundance. So this card for the middle of the week is giving us a heads up that there abundance and prosperity in our lives in all of its forms, not just financially. And to not overlook that. Don't be fooled by, your worries or things that are going through your ego mind. Okay? All right, so that's why we just really need to breathe in this week. All right, let's take a look at the card for the end of the week. And this is another air suit. And this card would indicate that we really need to balance. So, and more than that, to kind of go within. So sometimes when you have come to a point where you can't make a decision, where you feel, that you have obstacles in your way, you have to get beyond. So this is kind of all going in line here. You have to the only way to get beyond that is stop paying attention to the outside influences or the outcome that you've been focused on. And this card would tell me that you need to go within inside to find the balance, or in order to rebalance, to find your center, to find the truth. Because is never a moment that divine solutions are not being offered to you, and that you're not being guided towards solutions. They exist eternally. It's the problems, it's that stalemate that's an illusion. It's a sign that you've come to a point where you've completely lost your alignment because you're struggling. And you always got to remember that when you're struggling, you're out of alignment, you're out of the flow. And so for the weekend, you're being asked to really, as the card is saying from Archangel Raphael, to really remember who you are. Remember that you are spirit. And because the card represents air and about communication, that what you need to do is to balance your mind and heart. So listen to your guidance from your heart, from your soul, and listen to this balanced perspective, this whole perspective, this harmonious perspective of truth and love. And you will find the solutions, and you will be able to break free of that. So let me just tune into this card and see if there are any additional messages about this card. So I'm seeing two people, and it's kind of like you're locking. They're showing me two people like gladiators, and they're facing each other, but one person has kind of got his leg in between the one that is has his back to me. And so that tells me, possible confrontation, either literally with a person or with yourself. Ooh, and that's big. And they do look like twins. So, don't be your own worst enemy here. This may be one of the things that you may find in this week is your biggest vulnerability. It's just being in your own way. And so they're trying to guide you to get out of your own way, to kind of open yourself, to kind of allow yourself to be a bit exposed. Well, I think what they're saying is that your vulnerable spot is you trying to always be in control to keep things covered. You don't want to let things out. You're afraid of letting people see who you are. You're actually afraid of being vulnerable. And the symbol that they show me for vulnerability, they're actually showing me for you to stand there kind of naked and very exposed. And they're saying yes with a big Y. It's then in that moment that you'll be free. So this situation requires you to be vulnerable, to be fully naked, exposed, in order to be free. So don't be afraid of whatever that means for you or however it shows up for you. But you'll know because you'll feel this panic, and you'll feel like very defensive, and you'll feel like you want to attack, or you want to represent yourself. So it's interesting because we have this knight, and so choose your battles wisely. You are a knight of communication, but of love is the communication, and you don't want to get too headstrong and say the wrong things or do the wrong things out of ego, out of fear. And that's why we really need to breathe in this week, no matter what it is, that struggle within or struggling with change that may be coming up for you. Let's take a look at the card for the bottom. I took from the bottom already. And I really love this card because it shows a genie. And it's the Ace of Fire, which means that something is sparking. New opportunities, changes, which we said, it says change your life now. And some of the changes, or some of the tensions that you may be, or the vulnerabilities that you're going to be experiencing, are going to help you to change your life. So I get this feeling like you've made wishes, they're coming true, you're resisting the change in this week, and you got to breathe. And some of the changes are occurring because they're going to improve. You just can't see it right now. and it's really hard. So, really, I'm just really drawn to the genie. So, really ask your angels, tune into them, ask them for help, ask them to show you the way, and don't be afraid to ask them for wishes to help you. Okay? Let me just tune into this card. Yeah. And they're just showing me the word 5, which to me means, it could mean something to you, this number 5. And it could mean change. And they're also showing me something about, what was the word? The word was last. So something, pay attention to some of the last things that have come up for you. I'm not quite sure what that means, but I can tell you that the undercurrent of the entire reading, which is what this card represents, is new opportunities, sparks flying, new creative ideas, opportunities, possible new adventures, really making wishes, allowing yourself to have those wishes come true, hope, to have hope, to not be afraid of having hope. Okay, so this is a really powerful reading, but don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to call upon Archangel Raphael. He's the archangel that can help with travels, and this is a transition, so we can call this maybe a form of change, of transitioning, traveling, in a journey in our life. And so just really remember to connect in with his energy and really connect in with this emerald green light. If you have trouble sleeping, ask Archangel Raphael to put his emerald green blanket over you. That really helps me to fall asleep. If you're one of those who has too many worries on his or her mind. So I want to thank everybody for all the messages and prayers you've sent for my mother. She had a very rough 2 weeks, and I'm not quite sure of everything that's going on right now because I just got back yesterday. It's now Friday that I'm recording this, and I was with her on New Year's Day, and from the 22nd until New Year's Day. And some other news is coming in that's a bit shocking and very hard to deal with, but I thank you all because I feel the strength, and I've had this confidence and strength that I didn't know existed within me. And so, I send out prayers to all of you and love for you and your families, and for prosperity for this new year. And so no matter what happens, that we know that we're being guided and blessed and loved by God, and that healing and prayers and come in many different forms. And so we just ask, when in these times when we don't know, to let that will be done, and the best and highest good be the guidance in our lives. And so for this week, I send you lots of love, and I will hopefully see you next week. I may have to start making videos ahead of time just in case for my mother's situation, but I will try to start this week the readings Facebook again, just in case I'm not there on a particular day. You know that I had to do something that concerns my mother. So we'll be scheduling the readings and finding time for those of you who signed up for readings, for those, and for those of you who may be considering an angel reading at this time. So I'll just keep doing what God has called me to do and be present with life in the moment. And I thank you all for your love and your prayers. And so until next week, God bless you all. And remember to live now where God is ever present, and not to be concerned about what's going to happen or what has happened, but really bring yourself back to right now and all the love and the abundance that is available to you right now. What we have is right now. And that's what I've discovered from what's everything that's been going on, and it's reaffirmed it for me in the most powerful ways. So live for now and let that now expand into eternity, as it I believe it does with God. Just lives right now, and then from that belief, eternity just expands, or life just expands in our real time linear reality into days, years, etc. So God bless you all. Bye bye.